Hello everyone, welcome to our news channel. Here you are always well informed. I ask you to please subscribe to the channel. Leave your like and thank you very much. Over the weekend, the NAACP Board of Directors issued a formal travel advisory for the state of Florida in response to Governor Ron DeSantis's aggressive attempts to erase Black history and to restrict diversity, equity, and inclusion programs in schools. Under the leadership of Governor DeSantis, the state of Florida has become hostile to Black Americans and in direct conflict with the democratic ideals that our union was founded upon, said NAACP President and CEO Derek Johnson. Please understand that the state of Florida devalues and marginalizes the contributions of, and the challenges faced by African Americans and other communities of color, continues the NAACP statement. The NAACP advisory comes on the heels of a similar Florida travel warning last week from the League of United Latin American Citizens, LULAC, which has called Florida's new immigration policies hostile and dangerous for Latino travelers. The Florida governor, who is expected to announce a presidential run this week, is known for his war on what he calls woke indoctrination. Last year, DeSantis signed a controversial bill that banned teachers from addressing topics related to race and blocked students' access to an AP African American Studies course, claiming there was a political agenda to teach that the country is rotten and that our institutions are illegitimate. In March, when the NAACP's Florida chapter asked the National Civil Rights Organization to urge Black Americans to stay away from the state, DeSantis dismissed it as joke, stunt, and ridiculous. Whether the NAACP's advisory will deter enough Black travelers to make a dent in Florida's $115 billion tourism industry remains to be seen. But tourism is so important to the state's economy that Governor DeSantis regularly touts visitation numbers in quarterly press releases. Statements from the governor's office often include quotes from the head of Visit Florida, the state's tourism organization, thanking DeSantis for his unwavering support of the industry. In 2022, Florida welcomed 137.6 million visitors, the most in the state's history. Domestic travelers from other states accounted for just under 93% of visitors to the Sunshine State. Just last week, the governor's office touted that the state attracted a record 37.9 million visitors between January and March 2023, according to Visit Florida estimates. Despite the Visit Florida chief's praise for the governor, DeSantis has frequently sparred with some of the state's most important tourism engines. During the COVID pandemic, he barred cruise lines from requiring proof of vaccination from passengers as the industry rebooted. And, most recently, he has escalated a feud with Disney, whose massive Walt Disney World theme park resort in Orlando is the state's largest tourism attraction. Disney CEO Bob Iger has called DeSantis anti-business and anti-Florida. Neither Governor DeSantis's office nor Visit Florida responded to requests for comment on the NAACP travel advisory.